all the SDRs, outbound callers, business consultants, owners of companies that are trying to make their own things happen, that are trying to leave voicemails and get callbacks. I think the whole voicemail system and the approach to it is all screwed up, honestly. So quick tip, I've tested voicemails left and right, and I don't think there is a 100% foolproof callback ratio to leaving a voicemail, but I do think there's a better approach to getting people to actually call you back without feeling duped. Now, there are two things that I go with, like just very simple. It's I keep it vague and I keep it enticing at the same time. And the reason why it has to be at the same time is because if I just keep it vague and then somebody calls me back, I end up pitching, which then feels like a bait and switch. Someone's gonna feel duped. And if it's just enticing by itself, the problem with that is it just sounds like spam, like a too good to be true scenario. So I don't do either or. It's both, right? It's an and situation. So when leaving a voicemail or doing phone sales or like speaking to customers on the phone, you only have two things to work for you, right? It's what you say and it's how you say it. Like the how you say it part is probably the most important part because that's your body language over the phone. When you're in person, you're using body language, but over the phone, you have your tone of voice and then what you're saying. So that's another important part. Here's the kicker. I think so many people are making the mistake of going into a voicemail expecting people to make a purchase decision on the voicemail. Like, it's crazy to think. It's crazy to think if you've never really gotten to a point of a possible closing of a deal. But regardless, people, they could hide behind a voicemail, so they're not going to make a decision. I think that's one big mistake. And I think the second big mistake is that people leave voicemail and end it off with something like this. If you're interested, please give me a call back at this number. Based on that logic, if they're not interested, they won't call back. So you just shot yourself in the foot. It doesn't make sense. So two things that you just got to wipe out completely from your arsenal. I think you need to really go into the voicemail expecting people to maybe call you back, not make a decision, but call you back. That's the goal of a voicemail, not for people to make a decision. So I'm going to use me as an example, and let's just say I work for XYZ company, and we help insurance agents increase their leads from LinkedIn. Let's just say that's the pitch, right? Cool? All right. Hey, John, this is Mor. I'm calling from XYZ company. I know you're trying to increase leads through LinkedIn for your insurance agency. I think I have something that may help. Give me a call back at 305-123-4568. Again, 305-123-4568. Click. That's it, right? I don't ask him if he's interested then to give me a call back. I'm almost commanding him, give me a call back when you get this. And then I pretty much leave my phone number twice. Why twice? Because the first time he may not hear it. The second time, it's just an insurance policy for me, right? He hears it twice, increased chance for me to get a call back. Second thing is, did you notice how my tone of voice kind of fluctuated, right? So I didn't call him, go in straight and say, hey, John, it's Mor calling from XYZ company. I think I have something that may help. Like, no, I'm almost pausing in a way that I have some sort of eureka moment, just a brilliant idea at the moment that may help him. And I'm not super cocky about it. I'm not making some huge claim. I'm relatively confident that I think that I have something that can help him. And it comes off like that on the tone of voice. So, hey, John, I think I may have something that can help you. Give me a call back when you get this, right? It almost sounds urgent, but helpful at the same time. Try that. I'm curious to see how it's going to work. It worked for me. I A/B tested the hell out of this, and it worked wonders. Curious to see what your best practices are, and happy hunting.